process our eggs, and they all get graded. So Amy puts them through over there. We'll show you that in a sec. And then they come out here in their different sizes. So these eggs that come out in this one are 500 gram eggs, which are really small. These are 600, 700, 800. And we label these as 800s as well, but they're usually a little bit bigger than that, but we don't sell a different size. So we only sell 8, 7 and 600 gram eggs. And they come out in their different sizes. When you're placing the eggs in either the trays or the crates or the cartons, they need to be pointy end down. So sometimes it's a little bit hard to tell, but pointy end down is the best way to do it. And always 2 eggs in each hand if you can. Once you've got a full tray of beautiful, consistent looking eggs, pop them over here. 5 trays is a full crate. Put one on top, and then we label it as we go.
Label it as we go.
So a bit of sticky tape over the top. And wrap it around. And then that can go in the cool room and it gets marked off on our list. The order list is complicated, don't worry about that yet.
Maybe talk about the white ones in that tray there, Kristen, because that's a good opportunity. There's so many eggs here.
Right, you ready?
Yep.
So when we've got young and old chooks, which we currently have, we get a lot of different quality eggs. So you can see there's a lot of variation in the colour. These eggs are from an older bird, and so the shell tends to be thinner, which are not as good for poaching, so not as good for cafes. And most of our cafes get their eggs in trays. So these eggs will go out to retail instead. So when you're sorting them, any of the lighter, thin coloured, or even the ones that are a little bit speckledy like that are often really thin, and so we take those out and they go to retail instead of to the cafes. When you're doing cartons, again, make sure the pointy end is down. Or some of them are a bit difficult. Make sure it's all closed properly, and then they get stamped. We've got 2 stamps, one for best before, which is 1 month after the laid on date. And then we pop them into the crate. Okay, so under here, we use the vacuum lifter to lift the eggs. Lift them up and then you release it with your thumb. Once you've got a full tray, you go underneath there, you stamp the eggs, and you're checking for any cracks. It'll look like a spider web or a thin line of light will shine through the egg.
All the cracked ones that are over here. So let's see if I can find you a cracked one so you can just see that little crack there would get, again, egg yolks in there and the shells in there.